Welcome to Wine Matchmaker. I'm Tony Anderson, your wine matchmaker. And today we're reviewing the 2010 Glen Eldon Barossa Dry Ball Shiraz. Shiraz, Barossa. Need I say any more? Shiraz and the Barossa are synonymous with each other. And in fact, the Barossa Valley in South Australia makes some of the, in my opinion, makes some of the best Shiraz in the world. And it's just that combination of the valley, the Barossa Valley, and the different parts of it that just seem to be a perfect climate for growing Shiraz. And Richard Chitty from Glen Eldon just has some beautiful plots of very low irrigated Shiraz vines, which just have this beautiful concentration of fruit, which just make a lovely Shiraz. And there's also his low interventionist style of winemaking also seem to add to that concentration of fruit. So the wine we've got today was from the 2010 vintage, and it's seen 24 months on American and French oak. And let's give it a try. It's got that classic Barossa Shiraz deep brick red colour. Really, really deep. Still a young wine, purple tinges around the edge. Got a long life left in it, this wine. Classic Barossa plum on the nose, some stewed fruit in there as well. And definitely some oak, a little bit of spicy oak in there as well. See what it's like on the palate. Yeah, quite sweet fruit. When I say sweet fruit, I don't mean it's got sugar in it. I mean it's sweet as in it's like sweet berries, a little bit of sweet plum in there. Some quite ripe fruit, a little bit like stewed plum sort of fruit in it. Some berry in there as well. A little bit of chocolate, quite mockery. Maybe a little bit of peppery in there as well. And beautifully integrated tannins actually. I'm quite surprised at such a young wine. The tannins are definitely there. You can definitely taste the oak in there and the tannins. But it's beautifully integrated, even at such a young age. And I know that this wine will age very well because we're actually drinking the 2005 still. We bought a lot of it. Got a very good rating from Halliday. I think Halliday gave it a 95, and I think we've got half a case left. And it's drinking superbly, and the tannins have integrated beautifully, the oak is softened, and the fruit is still going very strongly. So I think that this wine will do very well. Now the 2010 vintage has been rated very highly by Langton's. They've rated it as highly, I think they gave it a 10 out of 10, which the last vintage they gave a 10 out of 10 was the 98 vintage, which is rated one of the best vintages in the last, since the last 10 years. So this wine has got a lot of potential to it. Around about $30 a bottle. I think it's got a long way to go. And I think it's drinking very well now, but I think it's got a long life ahead of it. So here at Wine Matchmaker, we're all about matching wine to food and people. So what would this go well with? Well, for me, this is a steak wine. I mean, I love a nice big steak, a nice big, sirloin or a fillet or something like that. Although I can see going well with a stew, but for me it would be with a steak, I think. What sort of people would it go with? Well, if you're like me, and you like your red meat, and you like a big Shiraz, this is your wine. And at about, as I said, about $30 a bottle, I think this is a pretty good buy, actually. In fact, I think it's a really good buy. I can tell you now, I've been paying $30 for Barossa Shiraz, and it has been a patch on this sort of wine. I can actually tell you confidentially, I've been paying $50 for Barossa Shiraz, and it's not a patch on this wine. So I think Richard Chitty's done a great job with this wine. So get out and get yourself some if you can. So it's the 2010 Glen Eldon Dry Ball Shiraz from the Barossa Valley. Thank you for joining us on Wine Matchmaker, and in the meantime, enjoy some wine.